Hey, welcome back to the Debt Sucks podcast. I'm Ben Matthews, bankruptcy attorney, professional debt translator, and the guy who's watched way too many good people get wrecked by a financial system that was never designed for them to win. We're not here for polished sound bites or sugar-coated advice. This is the Debt Sucks True Wealth playbook. And true wealth isn't loud. It doesn't flex. It doesn't beg for attention on social media. True wealth is built quietly, on purpose, while everyone else is chasing shiny nonsense that doesn't last. Today, we're starting with non-negotiable number 1, money control. And let me be clear, if you don't get this right, nothing else we talk about matters. This is the foundation. This is the difference between chasing flashy crap and building real, lasting stability. So let's clear up something right now. This isn't about being perfect. It's not about the perfect job or the perfect income, and it's not about pretending you've got it all figured out. It's about control. It's about taking your power back from the noise, the chaos, and the constant low-grade financial panic that's been running around your life in the background. Because if you don't have control, your money isn't a plan, it's a ticking time bomb. Money control is the moment you stop reacting and start deciding. It's when fear gets out of the driver's seat. It's when "I hope this works" turns into "I know where this is going." That's true wealth. Not someday, not when you're rich. Right here, when you take the reins back. And that's exactly where we're starting. The problem: no control equals panic mode. So let's break this down in simple terms. If your life feels like constant chaos, constant scrambling, constant financial panic, that's not just a budgeting problem. That's a control problem. You don't need another budget template. You don't need another app or side hustle. You need to take control of your money. And let's get real about the situation. Most people are stuck in reaction mode. They're reacting to bills, reacting to expenses, reacting to every unexpected event like it's the end of the world. But here's the truth. If you're always reacting, you're never in control. And if you're never in control, panic becomes your default. I don't care how much you make. If you don't control your money controls you. The truth is, most people don't lack the ability to manage money. They lack clarity. They're running on assumptions. They're guessing. They're hoping it works out. They're avoiding uncomfortable truths, and hope is not a strategy. What money control actually means and what it doesn't. Money control doesn't mean becoming a millionaire, having perfect credit, never feeling stress again, turning into some financial robot who loves spreadsheets. Money control is knowing exactly where your money is going, having a plan in place instead of hoping, making decisions with clarity and confidence, not fear. Control means knowing how much money you have to spend on things that matter, not being paralyzed when an unexpected expense shows up, having a system that keeps you on track no matter what life throws your way. Because here's the kicker. Money control means peace. And when you have peace, everything else falls into place. Step 1, turn the lights on. The brutally honest money breakdown. Listen, you can't control what you won't look at. If you refuse to take an honest look at where your money is going, you're pretending to be in control. And pretending doesn't work. Not with money, not with life. So step 1, get brutally honest. Open your bank account. Yes, open it, the whole thing. Look at every transaction, every recurring charge, every automatic deduction. No more ignoring it. Look at your credit cards. They're not just plastic, they're your reality. Look at your balances, the interest payments that have been piling up. This isn't a game. List every expense. Yes, every one of them. Rent, food, subscriptions, streaming services, whatever. If it costs you money, it goes on the list. See where your money actually goes. No more guessing. No more pretending you're doing fine. If you don't know where your money is going, it's leaking. And leaks add up to drown you. This brutally honest money breakdown is the first step. The clearer you are, the more control you have. Now here's a reality check. Set a 30-minute timer when you do this. You're not solving anything yet. You're just observing. And here's the power of that. Clarity alone lowers your anxiety. Once you see the full picture, you'll be able to make better decisions. No shame, no judgment, just honesty. Step 2, build a shit happens fund before you attack anything. Here's where people mess up. They immediately ask, which debt do I attack first? How do I pay off this credit card faster? But here's the thing. If you're one flat tire away from chaos, you're not in attack mode. You're in survival mode. And survival mode is where bad financial decisions happen. That's why we start with a shit happens fund. This isn't about building a perfect 6-month emergency fund right away. This is about creating room to breathe. So step 1, build a shit happens fund with $500. Step 2, let it sit. And step 3, only use it when life throws you a curveball. No gimmicks, no get-rich-quick plan, just the peace that comes with having something to fall back on. Even $500 gives you power. It gives you mental space to breathe. It means you stop reacting to every little surprise. And once that mental space opens up, you can make decisions from clarity, not panic. Step 3, find your hammer. This is where things get real. And no, we're not talking about some hustle harder BS. You need a hammer. But it's not the same hammer everyone else is swinging. It's the one you pick up intentionally to break free from the chaos. It's the force you use to stop the madness and start taking control. Your hammer isn't about grinding yourself into the ground or pretending to be a financial guru. It's about using your resources strategically to get your shit together. Sometimes the hammer is tiny. For example, I skipped the overpriced lunch and ate a peanut butter sandwich instead. That's a few bucks right there. Do that consistently, that's $2 to $5 a day. That's $50 a month. That's a hammer. And here's how to find your hammer. Extra income, side hustle, freelance gig, sell your junk on eBay. Do whatever it takes to get extra cash in your pocket. But no, it's not about adding another job to exhaust yourself. It's about adding purpose to your actions. If you're just getting by, it's time to turn up the heat. Cutting expenses. We all have those little leaks, subscriptions you forgot about, stuff you don't really use but pay for anyway. You know the stuff I'm talking about. Gym memberships you don't use, the streaming services you never watch, or hell, that daily coffee you pretend you need. The money that disappears without you noticing. That's your hammer. Find it and stop throwing your cash away. This week I didn't buy that quick fix gym membership. I walked outside and did some body weight exercises. And boom, money saved. I got a hit of energy. That's using your hammer. Redirecting existing funds. Now this one's a game changer. Got some leftover bonus or savings that you're tempted to blow on something shiny? No. Redirect that shit straight into your shit happens fund or towards your debt. You can either spend it on temporary junk or use it to build real power. Example, I didn't buy that new tech gadget I wanted this week. Instead, I put that money into my emergency fund. And guess what? That's a hammer swing that's going to keep me from stressing when life throws a curveball. Once you've found your hammer, it's time to swing it on purpose. No more random decisions, no more just spending because you feel like it. When you use your hammer with intention, every swing counts. You're not wasting time or energy, you're making progress. Step 4, make one intentional hit. Once you have clarity and a shit happens fund, it's time to start hitting your goals intentionally. No more throw everything at the wall tactics. One move. Pick one thing to focus on, no distractions. So pay off one small balance. Cut 1, 2, or 3 subscriptions. Redirect extra cash to your shit happens fund. Freeze one problem card and focus elsewhere. One hit can shift everything. And once you see the impact of that one move, you'll build momentum. The shift, control equals competence. Here's the truth. Money control doesn't just change your finances. It changes how you show up in the world. When you're not panicking about bills or reacting to the next surprise, you're free to sleep better, show up as a better partner, make more confident decisions, live with a calm mind. Once you take control, the anxiety disappears and confidence moves in. None of this happens by accident. True wealth is built on purpose, or not at all. The Debt Sucks plan is a system that gets you there. No gimmicks, no shortcuts, just structure. Money control is the foundation. It's the first brick, and everything else stacks on top of it. This is how you rebuild. Energy control, because panic is expensive. Relationship stability, because money pressure leaks into everything. Time control, because debt steals future hours. Quiet confidence, because you stop needing permission or applause. And the order matters. Always clarity before confidence. You don't feel better until you see the truth. The shit happens fun before risk. Safety first, every time. Intentional moves before reaction. Decisions beat emergencies. No hype, no shame, no noise. Just steady, boring, powerful progress. That's the Debt Sucks way. That's how true wealth actually gets built. All right, let's hit one of the questions I got from a listener this week. And let me tell you, this one's a perfect example of the true wealth we've been talking about. This comes from Sarah in Charleston. She writes, "Hey Ben, I've been working on building true wealth, starting with money control and getting my shit happens fund in place. This week I finally stopped obsessing over the latest financial trends that have been driving me nuts. I didn't buy the new tech gadget I was eyeing, and I'm actually not feeling anxious about it. I've been feeling a lot more solid and trusting my own decisions. It's small, but it feels kind of big. Is this how quiet confidence starts?" First off, Sarah, that's a huge win. That's exactly what true wealth is. Making those decisions where nobody needs to know you're winning, but you feel the shift deep down. You didn't chase the shiny thing. You didn't let impulse take the wheel. You trusted your own decision-making for once instead of getting lost in the noise of what everyone else is doing. That's quiet confidence in action. You're starting to see that confidence isn't about flexing. It's about knowing that you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. It's about moving with intention instead of reacting. That's exactly how this whole thing works. Small wins compound into real, lasting confidence. True wealth starts right here. Trusting your instincts, saying no to things that would have distracted you before, and realizing you don't need external validation to know you're on the right track. So Sarah, keep doing what you're doing. Trust your own plan. Stop chasing validation. That's how you build a life that feels stable, quietly powerful, and not reliant on anyone else's idea of what success should look like. And if you're listening, take Sarah's win and use it as your own fuel. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone, and you don't need to chase things just because they're trendy. Keep that confidence tight. It's yours to build.
Hey, let's get real for a sec. The Debt Sucks plan, it's awesome. It works, but not everyone has the time or the patience to chip away at their financial Mount Everest. Maybe you're drowning right now, like creditors calling your grandma, paycheck gone before it lands, sleepless nights count of drowning. Sound familiar? Listen, you don't have to white knuckle your way through this alone. Instead of spending years battling debt $1 at a time, I've got you. Bankruptcy isn't a failure, it's a fresh start. And sometimes hitting reset is the smartest thing you can do. At my law firm here in South Carolina, we take the time to listen to your story and help you figure out if bankruptcy is the right choice for you. No pressure, no judgment, just straight answers and real solutions. And if you don't live in South Carolina, don't worry. I can connect you with a trusted attorney in your state. Wherever you are, help is closer than you think. So if you're ready to stop the stress and start fresh, visit debtsucks.info to share a little about your situation or call my office for a free consultation. Let's find your path forward together, because sometimes you don't need a plan, you need a damn lifeline. Let me be that lifeline.
And to everyone else, let this be your reminder. True wealth doesn't need an audience. It needs action. Quiet, intentional action. And if you're ready to take your next step, download the listener pledge at debtsucks.info and join us in this journey of taking back control. You don't need to shout about it. You just need to live it. If you're tired of reacting and want to take control, download the Debt Sucks pledge at debtsucks.info. Subscribe to the Debt Sucks podcast. Follow, like, and leave a review if you're ready to start taking control of your finance instead of being ruled by them. and come back next week because we're diving into non-negotiable number 2, energy control. And if your money is draining your life force, we're fixing that. Remember, adulting is hard, debt makes it harder, but controlling your money and swinging your hammer on purpose, that's how true wealth actually starts.